Now it's the Federal Reserve's turn. They'll be meeting next week to vote on whether to make any change at all to your interest rates. The problem is experts think this may make it likely they at least hold or raise them.
And speaking of inflation, let's take a look at how it could impact your summer vacation or your road trip or cookout, any of the plans you have. We're taking a closer look at what's costing more this year and what you can do to cut those costs. Your reporter Bria Chapman is live and on your side, breaking it all down for us, Bria.
Yeah, that's right, Brittany. So Dr. Stephanie Yates with UAB says the main impact we're seeing right now that we're all feeling when it comes to inflation is those gas prices. Now, the good news is, although things are steadily rising, experts say there are ways to get the most out of your money and still have some fun this summer.
Another reassuring part of this is that when you strip out energy prices and food prices and just look at core CPI, we don't see this big jump.
UAB finance professor Stephanie Yates says core inflation, which excludes food and energy prices, showed slower growth in the latest report. She also says families should start preparing now for higher summer expenses, including travel and groceries.
You might want to think carefully about all that summer travel that you had planned, because especially if you're driving, it's going to be expensive. So maybe we're going to do a little bit more of the staycationing versus getting out on the road. So that's one thing to think about. A second thing to think about, like you said, the kids are home, so your grocery bill might be a little bit higher. That's where meal planning is going to be really important.
For instance, in 2025, the national average for ground beef, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, was around $6.22 a pound. And current data shows the average cost is $6.63. And we know cookouts are part of the summer season. Dr. Yates says although prices are much higher, there are ways to get together that won't make you overspend.
We're going to need some potlucks. We're going to need some we're going to need to use coupons. We're going to need to pull out all the stops to try to continue to have those celebrations that we're used to having in the summer, but do it in a way that's a little bit more mindful of our budgets. We're going
Yeah, and Yates says another way to be mindful of your budget is to cut some costs when you go to the grocery store by buying store brands. And another way is to buy items that are on sale. Now, to find out more tips on how you can save, I'll share those in this story on our WBRC News app. Your reporter live tonight in Birmingham, I'm Bria Chapman, WBRC 6 News on your side.